So for something a little bit different, a cartoon, I guess, is having a pilot episode here. Planetronika. Am I saying that right? I have no idea. I never would even known about this, but somebody was complaining about it on over on X, and I love animation, so I'm always all about animation stuff. So someone was like, "Oh, this is so stupid. It's just a girl with a big butt, and that's all it is." I'm like, "Okay, first of all, I'll be the judge of that." And they were complaining that this girl was a cutie with a booty, and that they're like, "Oh, that's the whole show, and it's so stupid." The main female character is sufficiently adorable. She is super cute, and I wanted to say, okay, let's see if this is any good or any bad. It does have this 2000s vibe to it. I would imagine seeing this character being a mascot in 2001, some MTV thing. Like, oh, MTV Animation Central. Like, it would be like a character that would be like the host of like an anime thing. It just has that look and feel to it. But okay, we get into the episode. Spoiler alert: it isn't very good. It's all over the place. When I think about a pilot, you need to sell the show to me, and this doesn't do anything. Like, I don't feel like I want to know anything about this world because it's just really goofy. But we'll get into it. It shows off this planet. I cannot say this. Trest SD. I don't know. But we get our main girl character. I don't know their names, but she's adorable. Look at her. She's super cute. You can't deny her adorableness. Then I guess this is her friend. And doesn't he call me crazy? Isn't he just a green version of Clayman from the Neverhood? I mean, look at these two characters. Uh, they, they could be family members. It was an odd observation that he's just like a green version of that guy. But looks like they're playing basketball and they are going at each other, talking crap. And she's like, "Oh yeah, you can't beat me. I'm better than you." She's doing all her little cutesy poses. And this guy's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go easy on you." So I'm like, okay, two characters. I'm assuming that they're not necessarily rivals, they're friends, but they have a little bit of a rivalry. That's what I get from this. And then he's dribbling the basketball and she's getting ready and he's dribbling it a bunch of times. And that's all he's doing. He's just dribbling. Then it cuts to these little cutesy side characters. I don't know who these characters are. And then the orange one starts beating up a rat. The girl's like, "Hey, you gotta stop doing that." And then he stops. And gets like sad about like beating up the rat, and the rat's all pissed off. And it's like, this is ridiculous. She makes all these cutesy faces, this very anime style, the big giant smile, all that kind of stuff. Gets back to the basketball game because he's still like just dribbling. He shoots the ball and it like misses and it starts bouncing all over the place. Like it hits him in the face and it hits her and it bounces off a satellite dish and it goes into a girl's restroom and it starts bouncing around like a pinball machine. It even does like a top down thing. And the ball isn't losing any of its inertia or any of its energy. It's just like somehow like it's an infinite energy ball. So it's bouncing all over the place, going nutsy crazy. Uh, it's starting to like destroy things. So they're gonna like, get in trouble because they're like busting up the town. Then the guy's like, "Oh, this would be a good time for you to use that ray gun I made you." So, okay, he's an inventor. He makes her weapons. I don't know. Are they bounty hunters or something? We don't know anything about like what they actually do, but he makes things. So he made her a gun and he's like, "Oh, I gave it to you. It's in your pocket." And she's all looking for it again. Lots of butt shots. There's lots of her in poses that show off her butt a lot. It is, but what can you do? She's got a booty. It is part of the character, right? So she can't find it. She pulls out like a girly magazine, like like a sexy boy magazine, and then she's like, "Oh," gets all embarrassed. Well, at least she likes guys. I mean, that's you know, uh, I would say that's a rare thing for a female cartoon character to actually like males. So she can't find it. She can't find it, but then she ends up finding it, and it's like a really kind of generic gun, and she's doing all these kind of like Charlie's Angels type poses. It has different settings, and then the ball's been bouncing around so much it becomes like a meteor type thing. She shoots it and stops it, and like, hooray, we did it. And it's like, "Oh, it's really my invention that saved the day. It really wasn't you." but she's the one who pulled the trigger, and they're kind of going back and forth, jabbing at each other. And then they do like a big happy high five, but then they high five the gun and it goes off and it hits the ball again and it's all going all over the place. It goes into the sewer, and then this piranha plant straight out of Plants vs. Zombies like eats the ball. So now they can't continue their game. So they use one of those little cutesy guys as the ball. So they start bouncing him around and then get back to their basketball game. They're talking crap. It's not much of a game. Like, they're not even really playing basketball. They're just like fouling the hell out of each other. She runs up his face and does like a reverse dunk, and I guess that wins the game. This causes him to, I guess he can turn into like goo, like go flat, like complete like liquid. But when he pops back up, he doesn't have any of his clothes on. I don't even know why that happened. Like, I watched it multiple times. I guess because she landed on him, it made him like pop or turn into liquid goo. And then he's like talking crap, but not really, because he's naked and everyone's laughing at him, taking pictures. And then she gives him a pair of pants. The cops pull up, and this big giant cop guy is like, "Oh, who threw that basketball?" Then they blame each other. End of the episode. Yeah, this is not very good. I mean, art style wise, character design wise, I like it. It reminds me of the 2000s, early cartoon, cutesy, kind of has that anime feel to it, but it's still like, it feels like it might be French. I know nothing about this. Is this a webcomic? Is this some other property that and it just has its own backstory and I just don't know anything? But I think that puts me in a good place to judge a pilot, because I don't know anything about anything. Like, I don't know who made it, don't know where it's from. I don't know who any of these characters are. I guess what we learned is that they have a friendship, like a rivalry friendship. He is an inventor. He makes things. He made her a gun. So I'm assuming she's some type of bounty hunter person, maybe, or she fights aliens or something. I don't know. Maybe they're running from the cops. They're bounty hunters. I don't know what they are. I wish we would have got something that would explain a little bit more than they're just kind of goofball type of personalities they have for each other. But yeah, this girl is cute enough for me to watch a couple more episodes. If this does get a series of some kind, I will give it a few more episodes, but I'm going to need some story. Adorableness and cutie with the booty can only get me through so many episodes. They need to like actually tell me a story. What is this world? What do they do? Is this their job? Are they in high school? Are they adults? The art style, it's impossible to tell. They can be 15, 16, or they can be like 26. You just don't know. But yeah, this popped up because someone complained about it. And instead of complaining about this girl's butt, they could have complained about the pacing. They could have complained about the nonsensical story. They could have complained about a million other things. Would have made way more sense than complaining about this girl isn't horrifically ugly. And if this, so they would have loved this if she would have been super ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would have like accepted it, which would have been really crappy and stupid. At least she's cute. But yeah, overall, if I had to give it a number, 5 is average. 3, 3.5. But yeah, if more episodes of this comes out, or if anyone knows what this is, does anyone have any past knowledge of this and just thought, oh, cool, now it has an animation? Let me know. Like, if you have anything about this, is it just a straight up silly Looney Tunes type show or story where nothing connects to anything, or is there an actual story in an actual world and, you know, the characters actually do things? But yeah, kind of fun, kind of different. And yeah, I'll watch just about anything. I'll give anything a shot. You tell me about it. If there's a animatic or a pilot or something, just shoot it my way. Just send it to me over on X in a private, in a DM, or email me or whatever, and just let me know and I'll definitely check it out. This was a fun little thing that I saw, and you know, hey, I gave it a shot. Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.